Hello, everyone. Luis Concepcion here from Strategic Profit Line Trading, coming to you with the plan of the week for week number 18. As always, here's our disclosures. This content is for educational purposes only, not providing any individual advice. Past performance does not guarantee future success, and all investment involves risks. Here's the agenda for the week. I'll go over the news that we have reporting this week. I'll provide a market overview of the indices. And while we have 1,531 companies reporting earnings this week, the Mag 7 are pretty much done with the exception of NVIDIA. So I'll do my best to provide you the opportunities that I think will hit this week. Here's our results for week 17. Provided 32 zones, went 2-0 in options. And then we got Domino's and UPS in progress. Here's the outlook for week 17. Pretty much everything's going to happen Monday through Thursday. The big day is going to be on Wednesday. That can cause additional volatility because of Fed Powell discussing rates. Went ahead and I added our two that hit this week with Starbucks and MO, and that brings the year to 29 and 4. Moving into the news and start with Monday, as you can see, we have PMI that's going to be 30 minutes after the open. So be mindful. That's when we may have some volatility in the US market. Other than that, nothing significant happening on Monday. On Tuesday should be a quiet day, just results from earnings from the previous day, and I'll go over those. In the afternoon, for those of you trading the New Zealand dollar, be mindful that you have a report after the market. And then on Wednesday, as I said, Powell will be speaking. Powell will be determining the future of rates, see if we'll be cutting this week or not, and the future of rates. So that shall be interesting. So be mindful. If you're going to take trades, take them in the morning and then midday. Consider waiting till after the Fed fund rate decision by Jerome Powell to see what happens and then take action from there. And that's going to be Wednesday. Moving on to Thursday, nothing really affecting the U.S. markets. I will either be recovering or be happy about what happened on Wednesday. However, the British pound in the wee hours of the night will have several reports. So for those of you trading futures and Forex, be mindful of that. And then wrapping up with things on Friday, the British pound will still be effective pre-market. And then you have the Canadian dollar being affected pre-market as well. So those will be the currencies to look out for this week. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. All right, moving into the charts and starting with the SPX. As you can see, we've been chugging along to higher prices, and we are still in this significant area of supply. With that being said, the new level I have for you is going to be 5693.33 to 5789.26. And on the supply side and on the demand side, that's going to be 5291 to 5207. Moving on to the NASDAQ. So NASDAQ showing a little bit more strength. We are still in this level with everybody reporting this past week. Microsoft and Amazon guided us a little bit higher. That level for you on supply side is going to be 97. We're in it, 97.25. So let's just move this to here. This is the last level before we go higher. In the level until the high 23,112, and my demand zone did not hold. So here we go. We have a level right here at 18,879.18 to 18,606.25 on the demand side, and another level right below that at 18,043.33 to 17,591.28. That's going to do it for the NASDAQ. Now, moving into the Dow Jones, as you can see, the Dow Jones is weaker and has not reached its level. That level is going to be 4.1625 to 428, even on the supply side, and on the demand side, 388.83 to 378.24. Next is going to be the RUT. And for the RUT, you can see the RUT is trailing as well. The first supply zone I have for you is going to be 2133.34 to 2203.35. These were our all-time lows. And now we have a new demand zone on the RUT at 1891.59 to 1821.10. As you can see, this is the new range that we're declaring because you know the RUT likes to go sideways. So we may stay in this region for the foreseeable future. Do me a favor if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and like button for me so I can keep bringing you content like this on a weekly basis. Now, moving into earnings for the week, starting off with Tyson, ticker symbol TSN. On the demand side, 50.06 to 49.25. On the supply side, 74 even to 76.35. They are reporting Monday morning. Next I have for you is Foot Locker, also reporting Monday morning. Two levels here in the event of an overshoot. Just be mindful these are pretty close to each other. 995 to 943 on the demand side, and then another subsequent level at 8.43 to 6.91. Supply level here at 1560 to 1671. Next company I have for you is Fresh Pet, ticker symbol FRPT. On the demand side, we have 59.60 to 54.43. On the supply side, 105.99 to 111.74. In the event of an overshoot, you have a 128.06 to 133.65. This is the level that we were trading last year, and they held pretty well. Just be mindful that Fresh Pets does have wide spreads, so if you're trading them in options, be mindful of that. Next company I have for you is BioNTech, ticker symbol BNTX. These are the levels that have been holding. This is where we previously came from at 81.42 to 76.44 on the demand side. On the supply side, you got 137.48 to 158.31. Moving on to Monday afternoon, starting with Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR, a company that's come out of the gates in AI and now investing in Bitcoin at all-time highs again. There is no supply. First demand level I have for you is 96.38 to 89.19. Next company, good old Ford Motors, ticker symbol F, just came from this demand zone, still holding. This is the low that it put in. That demand zone is going to be $8.60 to 7.36. Supply level being 13.57 to 14.19. Next company I have for you is Realty Company, ticker symbol O, also reporting Monday afternoon. On the demand side, 45.35 to 43.42. On the supply side, 66.35 to 68.86. Next company I have for you moving to Tuesday morning is going to be Celsius, ticker symbol CELH. Got two demand levels for you. This level has already worked. However, the one holding 23.27 to 2090 with a subsequent level at 19.72 to 17.35. And then another level at 12.61. And it just goes on from there. There's nothing but demand below $12. On the supply side, we have 56.56 to 64.40. Next company I have for you is Datadog, ticker symbol DDOG. On the demand side, 79.09 to 74.92, with a subsequent level at 69.97 to 61.64. On the supply side, 152.62 to 159.37. Next company I have for you is Ferrari, ticker symbol RACE. On the demand side, 392.61 to 368.98. On the supply side, 497.24 to 508.99. Next company I have for you is Constellation, ticker symbol CEG. On the demand side, 135.15 to 126.21. On the supply side, 283.71 to 292.04. Next company I have for you, moving on to Tuesday afternoon, is going to be AMD. On the demand side, 86.90 to 83.90. Be mindful, this is an aggressive level. If you want the more conservative level, it's going to be 76.60 to 54.21. On the supply side, you have the 112.96 to 116.21. Next company, Supermicro, ticker symbol SMCI. They've been trading this a lot. It's had a lot of problems, so be mindful with this company. First demand level I have for you is at 12.25 to 6.39. On the supply side, 66.44 to 73.03. Next company I have for you is Rivian, ticker symbol RIVN. On the demand side, 10.24 to 9.54. On the supply side, 15.94 to 17.09. Next company is Win, ticker symbol WYNN. On the demand side, 58.59 to 53.70. On the supply side, 105.85 to 110.5. Moving on to Wednesday morning, first company I have for you is Uber, ticker symbol Uber. No supply in Uber. Looking for a drawdown here. First level I have for you is 65.58 to 60.53. In the event that level holds, which I highly doubt we go lower than that. However, 50.44 to 48.81. Next ticker symbol, good old Disney, leaving a demand zone right here at 86.47 to 78.33 with a subsequent level right below it at 75.80 to 70.19. First supply level I have for you that's worked multiple times, holding Disney down 116.60 to 120.14. Next company I have for you is Novo Nordisk, ticker symbol NVO. On the demand side, I have 61.44 to 45.65. And on the supply side, 86.98 to 93.97. Next company I have for you is Barrick Gold, ticker symbol GOLD. Gold has been on a tear as well. Ticker symbol demand zone 14.76 to 14.22. And then we have the supply at 20.37 to 21.43. Moving on to Wednesday afternoon, starting with Carvana, ticker symbol CVNA. Supply zone 279.62 to 293.05. On the demand side, 91.61 to 79.44. Next company I have for you is ARM, ticker symbol ARM. On the demand side, 79.43 to 69.10. On the supply side, 180.31 to 188.56. Next company is Oxy, ticker symbol OXY. On the demand side, 37 even to 31.42. On the supply side, 59.75 to 61.38. Next company I have for you is, and moving on to Thursday morning, is Shopify, ticker symbol SHOP. On the demand side, 49.35 to 42.87. On the supply side, 130.71 to 154.10. Next company I have for you is Crocs, ticker symbol CROX. This is the supply level that's been holding it. Be mindful and cautious that this level has worked on numerous occasions. That supply zone being 111.36 to 117.88. And on the demand side, 72.59 to 66.50. Moving on to Thursday afternoon, I have Coinbase for you. This is the level that's been holding on the demand side. That's going to be 150.36 to 136.21. Have a subsequent level at 100.18 to 88.06. And on the supply side, 303.30 to 326.96. And then the last company I have for you is DraftKings, ticker symbol DKNG. Demand side, 25.09 to 22.20 with a subsequent level at 19.53 to 16.95. On the supply side, 58.49 to 61.28. That's going to do it for the charts this week. If you haven't done so already, do me a favor once again, hit that subscribe and like button. Feel free to follow me on social media for updates on trades. And if you haven't joined the community yet, feel free to subscribe and check out the links below to join us with trading. Till next time, happy trading.